Welcome back. In a field in Prince George's County, gravestones bearing the names of young black boys who died while incarcerated over 100 years ago are covered in leaves and vines. Well, recently, some Maryland lawmakers visited that site and they came away determined to honor those children. The lawmakers say the site exemplifies the need for the state to study ways to answer for the way government policies have harmed black Marylanders over the decades. And that is the subject of a new report from our media partner, the Baltimore Banner. And reporter Brenda Wintrow joins us now. Thank you for joining us, Brenda. So take us through the history of the site. I was struck in your report by the ages of some of these boys, some locked up for minor offenses and then, of course, died.
The headstones I saw dated back to the late 1800s, and researchers believe these are the grave sites of black children, 13, 16, 17-year-olds who were buried there by the state when they died under state incarceration. And they were there for minor offenses, petty theft, vagrancy, for running away. They were kept in horrid conditions, and the death certificates show that they died of natural causes.
And we're talking now the 1800s, as I said, 100 years ago. So what does the site look? We have some pictures that your photographer took here, but what does it look like now? Ironically, you say it's right next to a neatly mowed cemetery.
It is, yes. You would never know that this place is there. It's just beyond the tree line of a very nicely manicured state-run vet cemetery. And there's one section that has the headstones, like I said, and another that is just marked with rows of cinder blocks that are being consumed by the ground.
So this was the site of an incarceration center for young people. And that site has hosted a number of them, right?
Yes, it's now called the Cheltenham Youth Detention Center, and this place is just kind of a stone's throw away. It's just still on state property.
Ah, so the lawmakers in your report, you go with them very poignantly as they view all of these gravestones and the leaves and the vines and the way it's overgrown. What do they hope to accomplish?
Well, quite simply, they want these children's lives to be honored and they want dignity restored to these grave sites. And they'd like to know a little bit about who's buried there, and they want some forensic research done to understand how many bodies are there. Going forward, they said this is going to change the way they make policy. And one thing that they're looking at is changing the way Maryland can charge teens as adults. They would like to limit the ways in which the state can do that.
Well, really interesting article, and you paint the picture very well. I urge people to read it. Thank you for joining us, Brenda. We do appreciate it. And to read this article and other good reporting from our media partner, the Baltimore Banner, head to thebanner.com.